Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and the Aflac Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles.
Shout out to Fly America, 909.
Team in the land, the Washington Huskies.
That's a good one.
For
Again,
EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you
game.
alongside David Pollack and Jesse
4,
Palmer. Time
9.
to get this game started.
Thanks for my last week. This game at least maintains that this game. Okay. 4 top 10 games. 5 weeks. Whenever we ball, shout out this great productions. We live, y'all.
Washington will kick off as this one gets started. Coming out with it, it's Moncrief. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. To the ground with the back. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Seminoles line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line.
Ben came with me.
To the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it. He's still moving. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Leaves it with the back. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. Breaks into the open. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understanding what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Husky.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football, and he showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And as he throws, if the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The hand to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. Still on his feet at the 45.
Please, get it.
Down the left side. Touchdown, Seminoles. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is no good. No good, and they're still down 1. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. He'll take the deep shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Stride inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Man. Recording.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense needs to put together a scoring drive to keep up, trailing 14-6. Handoff to the lone back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Back to pass. loads it left.
And a
And
pass
that's going to
interference.
fall on the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
That's a nice job by this defense
dang it.
getting in the
I thought that
backfield quick.
Wait,
They
what?
got there so fast, anticipating
thought
pass
that was
on third
first
and
down.
long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
Slips a tackle and he's got room. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Toss to the left. Got a little space. Got enough for the first. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 2nd down. He lost one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The third down's coming up.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt is in the air. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. They get to him as he throws. He had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Oh, they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection.
Blocked a little bit.
Missed time enemy.
Just a little bit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Taking it the other way.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? It's dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Motion from the back. They'll go back to the air on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Huskies want to move quickly. To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Washington. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Why are you running so slow?
Did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout.
Again, thank you.
First half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Husky. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Oh my goodness, you gotta hold on to it.
Right on the money, you just have to make that catch.
And that's a really good job by this defense being down. And you got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Lost one deep down the right side.
You gotta be
interception number 3 on the day.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. The screen, he's got wheels. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
The quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And the timing to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
Yeah, they're not even blocking.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too... Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right
Where are you throwing it to?
Some tempo.
I didn't say throw it. I said throw it outside.
Over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
You see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moncrief. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Noles in the hurry up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. He's open on the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. No huddle offense to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas in the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage. Right now, they got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Finds a tight end. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Let's just call it like it is. The 1st half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Quarterback may change this route. looking to throw on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And pick it off. And this defense, a much-needed play. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking downfield on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Noles will kick it away to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking,
oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This time on target. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-firing. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that's just a play that you have got to make if you're going to win this game. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that. You might not get another receiver that open for the rest of the season.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Give to the back. There he goes.
Are you kidding me?
He managed a few yards on that return. The bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense.
Let's go! Let's go!
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It's complete to the right. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding them to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense.
Dude. Stop fumbling the ball.
The offense avoid that disaster.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
From the gun on 3rd down. Blasted as he lets it go. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Secures it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. Turning it on! You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. This quarterback part of their running game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Lots of room to run. He's at the touchdown, Huskies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Coming out with it, it's concrete. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give from the gun. Creates a little space. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. From the shotgun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. Lowers those pads. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. That's reeled in. It's Gore. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. It hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Throws toward the end zone. And
Hi, you didn't even try for it.
If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year. He comes up with a massive play right there.
Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have...
It's a fake he wants to throw. And he's got it. It's a first down.
We'll give the return team credit there because they were able to rally and get a massive stop. Now, the kicking team thought they had the perfect play, and they snap it to the up man. He sees his target downfield.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires into the end zone. On target to the left. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Gore. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles!
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
He's got the 2-point conversion, but that deficit is still huge. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. He wants to change this route. Going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Huskies are in the hurry up. They'll run play action. Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Maryland. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let him have those running lanes.
He tries to take the top off. And they got up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and
he tosses one high and deep down the left side.
One hand.
A big-time catch along the sideline. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires to the end zone. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing?
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Still on his feet at the 35. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Huskies just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
From the gun, give on the inside. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's got it. First down and more. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Quarterback keeps it. Got the first down and still on his feet. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And, dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up, 15-plus yards. What a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
Powers through the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
GG, Blackbird.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Here's how long animals can hold their breath, except that the sign.
Alright, everyone, thanks for watching. Remember, that was for seconds. Back to the drawing board.